Hey y'all, what's up? How are you doing today? How are you? I hope you're having a fabulous day. I am rocking the most epic life right now, and I am so excited to share with you an experience that I had last week on the BossUp Babes podcast show. Now, for those of you who don't know what the BossUp Babes podcast show is, it's a podcast show. That I host. I am the host. Every single week, I show up with new guests that I get to interview. I also show up occasionally with just giving content to my listeners around health, wellness, mindset, etc. Like that's my area of expertise. But what I love about the Boss Up Babes show is more important than like me sharing my expertise is me learning and growing and getting to meet so many other amazing Boss Up Babe women. I truly believe that every woman has a story and a journey and lessons and wisdom that as women we can learn from, we can be inspired from, we can feel motivated from. And last week I had an incredible episode. So, really quickly, I'm going to tell you about my experience on this episode, and mainly because it was a totally different experience for me. Okay. I normally bring on women and I interview them. But about a month and a half ago, I interviewed the amazing Sonia Foss, and she is an oracle. And I was interviewing her and I was listening to her story and I was listening to how she helps people. And I was like, oh my God, girlfriend, I would love a session with you. Would you want to go live radio, live national TV with a little one-on-one session with me? And she was like, yes, queen, yes. And I was like, okay. So kind of just to back it up a little bit, because I want to tell you where and when you can listen to the show live, where you can catch it on the replay. And of course, you can now stream it on all of your major smart TVs. So Boss Up Babes is a weekly show. I go live every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's live radio. And then once we're done on the radio, we turn that into, of course, a podcast episode. And then a week later, it has been edited and formatted and turned into a TV episode that you can now stream on Roku under the Motivation and Success TV app. So you guys, if you are looking for a personal development podcast or a TV show to follow, to take notes along, to grow with, to level up with, I want to encourage you to go over to Boss Up Babes podcast, find me. Again, listen to it live every Tuesday. Find me on your favorite listening platform. I'm on over 40 different platforms, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, like they're all over. Just Google Boss Up Babes podcast if you need it. But the cool thing now is you guys can literally just go onto your smart TVs, go to Roku, go search Motivation and Success TV app, and then boom, Boss Up Babes is going to come right up there after you create a free account. So enough plugging about where you can find the show, what you can expect from the show. Now I want to get into episode 43. I named this episode Connecting with Source and Getting into Full Alignment. Now, once you listen to the show, you're going to absolutely love it. And I would honestly love a 5-star rating and review. Pretty please. I would really love one. But feel free to scroll back through some of the past shows. We've had some amazing guests. So once I flip the script, right, because normally I'm the one interviewing and I'm the one asking and leading the conversation. So first off, I just kind of want to touch on how uncomfort zones can actually allow you to boss up to the next level. Okay, a lot of women, we love sitting in the comfort zone. We love just things being so easygoing and perfect. And you're like, okay, yeah, like life feels easy here. But nothing great comes from the comfort zone. In fact, we need to be getting ourselves outside of that little comfort circle so that we can truly level up, boss up, and show up for our best life. Okay, so it was really weird for me to give her full permission, the full 20 minutes of my podcast. I said, Sonia, it's all yours. And then I just sat back and I was the learner. Okay, and it was such a beautiful experience. And of course, I was nervous at first, but then I was like, girl, there's absolutely nothing to be nervous about. There's nothing to fear because you trust that the universe, A, has your back, and that everything happens for a reason. And I Sonia, and to call in all of the spiritual guides. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if she was going to get like some beautiful sign from my mom that said, "Girl, I love you." Like, I mean, that would have just been a tearjerker show. But I gave her full permission to just do her thing, and I gave myself permission to be uncomfortable. And there was a lot of growth that happened on just that short podcast interview. So with only having 20 minutes on the podcast, because the full show is 30 minutes, of course, but by the time I give my sponsors some time, some opening, I introduced Sonia, it came down to about 20 minutes or so. And she asked me a question. She said, "What kind of guidance would you want? Like, what's the question you have for the spiritual, realm or for the universe?" And my question to her was, I said, "I would just love to confirm that I am on the right path to helping millions of women break free from their unhealthy habits around a healthy mindset, negative thoughts, etc. And I just want to make sure that I'm on the right path so that I can impact millions. I know I'm on the right path, but see, I have a bigger vision. My coach is stretching me to think bigger, right? I don't just want to help 1,000 women. I don't want to just speak in front of 1,000 people. I want to be impacting millions of women's lives on a global level, whether that's through my coaching programs or speaking on a stage. I am meant to do that. That is my purpose in life, and I know that. But I just wanted to make sure that if I had the Oracle's attention, that I was on the right track. And this was her response. It was so, so amazing. She said, obviously, it wasn't her, it was the spiritual guides. She said, "You are someone who is able to pick up the pieces from, say, Humpty Dumpty falling down and putting it back together. Just like a Japanese teacup filling in the broken lines with gold, you show these women a unique and how unique and special and beautiful and rare they are. Now the question is, you are the master at this. You are wonderful at this. It brings you so much joy. But you yourself realize that there is a missing link. There's something that you want to be expanding on. You are wanting to scale. You are wanting to rise. You are wanting to bring up the energy of the masses of the collective and bring everyone into harmony, everyone into oneness." She said, "Enjoy the freedom of breaking these patterns and habits so that you can help these women rise up." Y'all, I was crying. I wish I had a tissue at this point because it felt so incredibly good to know that I was on the right path, that I wasn't just chasing some crazy dream of mine, that I was actually doing it and showing up. I was showing up for myself. I was showing up for the women that I currently coach and the women that I will be coaching in the future. I am on the right track to impact millions of lives. And you guys, that is so incredibly exciting to me. So incredibly exciting. So I just want to leave you guys with some of my biggest takeaways from the show. Okay. Number one is that I am one. Right? I am the one showing others where they can get nourished. Just like the roots underneath the earth of trees that reach out to one another and share nutrients and water, right? When one tree is suffering, the other tree offers resources, right? So I take that as when my clients are suffering, when women are suffering, I am the one that reaches out and gives them a voice. I'm the one that helps them find their confidence, find body love, find self-love. I am the one helping these women rise up and get healthy. Oh, that just feels so good to say out loud. The second biggest takeaway from me is that I am the tree bringing the water to me first so that I can truly nourish everyone else. I recognize that I am not necessarily separate from any of the other women. I go through the same stuff that they've gone through, and I'm guaranteed to go through more stuff, right? But I will rise up because my roots and my tree is strong. And guess what, you guys? I am strong enough to help so many other women. So many other women. I am here to serve. The third thing was that I had to recognize a few things for myself. I had to recognize within that I am whole, that I am complete, that I am one, that I am oneness. With all that there is, right? I am connected to finding ways to nourish my soul so that I can truly be the mother tree to so many women. I am showing them the way, but I am not separate. I am here for them all. I am not rushing them. In fact, I allow the universe to bring in the women who truly are ready to make lifestyle changes so that they can get healthy, so that they can become the true boss up babe that I know is within inside of them. You guys, that episode was fire. And I want to encourage you, if you've never heard BossUp Babes podcast episodes, please go out and search my podcast. It's an award-winning show for a reason. It truly is a beautiful show that helps women boss up, show up, and thrive in their life, in their health, and in their business. Every single week, I come with brand new episodes. So feel free to binge watch some of the others, or of course, just start right now. Just start right now. You can listen to the full episode. I put all the links down. Well, I didn't put all of them, but I put some of the major links, right? You can watch it on YouTube. You can check it out on iTunes. You can listen to it on Spotify, or you can go to your Roku app, download Motivation and Success TV, watch it, stream it, binge it. Y'all, I love it. I also put Sonia Foss. She was the oracle for the episode, my guest and spiritual guru. I put her information below. So feel free, if you're like, I want my, my life read. I want to see if I'm on the right path. She works with clients one-on-one. She works with I would love to collaborate with her on future client retreats with me. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna head off for right now. But if you could do me a favor and go listen to an episode, scroll through them, find a title that you're really needing to listen to. Maybe it's business branding. Maybe it's creating food freedom around, emotional binge eating. Doesn't matter what it is. I encourage you to scroll through, find an episode that sounds good to you, watch it, take a screenshot, and then of course, send me a DM, share it with your friends, invite your friends to watch. I would love it. So y'all, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you on the next video.